much. An exquisite melody, beautifully harmonized in an arrangement that is always catchy and unique. That's Harry Warren. Though not lauded like Gershwin or maybe as famous as Irving Berlin, even those who have heard of Harry Warren may not know he was born in Brooklyn as Salvatore Guaragna, and he is the most important Italian-American composer of popular music in the 20th century. Tonight, I'm going to introduce you to some of Harry Warren's most beautiful and best-loved songs, many of which I bet you know, plus a few I hope that you'll be glad to discover. We'll start with Harry's music on Tin Pan Alley, and we'll move through the decades of his fabulous film career at 4 major Hollywood studios. At Warner Brothers in the 1930s, 20th Century Fox in the 40s, MGM in the mid-40s through the 50s. I hope you're getting these dates down. And rounding out the decade at Paramount neatly frames the history of the classic movie musical, which is fitting because it was the prolific Harry Warren who in many ways single-handedly defined the movie musical with melodic splendor and great humility. The music you just heard, for those of you who recently arrived on planet Earth and didn't recognize the clip, or haven't seen Sleepless in Seattle for that matter, it was a huge hit for Harry Warren late in his career. The title song of An Affair to Remember with Cary Grant and Deborah Carr, just heard as a pianistic waltz played by Kathleen Nesbitt as Grand-Mère Janou, was introduced and popularized by Vic Damone, another nice Italian boy born in Brooklyn, right? The film's tune might sound deceptively easy. Harry Warren combined his melodic genius with a steadfast work ethic, and he reportedly composed 25 different versions before coming up with the one that was nominated for the 1957 Academy Award for Best Song, his 11th nomination, by the way. And this was 35 years after Warren's first big hit in 1922, Rose of the Rio Grande. Like many composers from the golden age of the Hollywood musical, Warren's career began as a Tin Pan Alley song plugger and composer. I'd like to briefly song plug, if you would, the Tin Pan Alley American Popular Music Project, whose mission is to tell stories like Harry Warren's and other composers, and of music publishers, and of the songs that formed the sound of American popular music. Up on the screen, you'll see 2 turn-of-the-century music publishing houses on 28th Street. This street between Broadway and 6th Avenue between the years 1890 and 1910 was the original hub for popular music publishing in America. And in 2019, after years of lobbying, the New York City Landmarks Preservation Commission designated official landmark status to 5 buildings on West 28th Street that once housed the music publishers known as Tin Pan Alley. I'd like to introduce you to the man who spearheaded the campaign with fierce advocacy and vision, our project's director, Mr. George Colorado.
Thank you, Bob. Between you and Joanna, I think you pretty much said it all, but I realize I'm a nice Italian boy from Brooklyn, too. I just made that connection. Thank you. I'm George Calderaro, the founding director of the Tin Pan Alley American Popular Music Project, a new-ish nonprofit. We've been working since 2015, and we achieved landmark designation for 5 Tin Pan Alley buildings in 2019, commemorating the birthplace of American popular music on 28th Street between Broadway and 6th Avenue, where, as has been said, sheet music publishers, songwriters like Irving Berlin, and performers congregated in the late 19th and early 20th century. So we achieved the landmark designation in 2022. The street was co-named Tin Pan Alley, and our work continues through programs like this, through concerts like this, as well as lectures. And if you go to tinpanalley.nyc. It's in your program, and there are also cards at the door. You can sign up for email updates. We have a free tour of Tin Pan Alley that's part of Jane's Walks, which is coming up on Saturday, May 4th, so check that out. And we have a number of other activities, a concert in Hudson River Park, and even other events in Carnegie Hill and the Upper East Side. But we hope you venture down to Tin Pan Alley on 28th Street. And before I go, I have to thank Bob Lamont, our board member, our committee member, and talent extraordinaire, as well as the other board members and committee members and volunteers who are here with us tonight and without whom we couldn't do anything. Great to see you. Thank you so much for coming.